Yo guys, Sanboni here, and in this video I'm going to tell you the story of how I got trolled by Blizzard. It all started here at my garrison. As soon as I did the quest and saw a small cinematic, I went in looking for my garrison. So, no garrison anywhere to be found. I knew it would show up eventually, so I just waited there. Nothing to do. Just staying around. Oh, there we go. So I got teleported in this awkward spot when I phased, and I knew I had two choices. I could either jump and carry on with questing and stuff, or I could do something really stupid. And the choice was obvious. And so I did this, and everything was interesting. I saw a little untextured cube there, don't know what that is, and some mushrooms, and okay. Now that was all fun, let's resurrect. Wait, what? Why am I not dead yet? Hello? Okay, so I'm gonna speed this up a bit for you guys. And this is what happened. I start falling again. And yeah, let's speed it up again, because you can pretty much guess what's gonna happen, can't you? Except that this time I got to use a glider. And yeah, I was kind of in trouble, I knew that much. So I kept trying to, I don't even know. I was still just messing around at this point. And I start falling again, and yeah, you guys can figure out what's happening here. So eventually I had no real choice but to just Alt F4, which is exactly what I did. After Alt F4'd, I had to make a ticket to unstack my character. The next day, I logged my mage and I saw this. Your character has now been moved to correct your issue. Apologies and blah blah blah. So yeah, even though you messed up my name, Mr. GM, I'm happy. And after an endless loading screen, which I sped up for you guys, I was greeted by this thing. So no Shadow Priest for me. So I kindly wrote a ticket back saying thank you for your help, but it didn't really help. And in my desperation of not being able to play Warlords of Draenor, I was actually forced to do this. Rawr. Well, eventually, 2 days later, after I leveled my gnome a bit, I finally got a reply, and I was, yay, back in Orgrimmar, everything was working. Thank you, Mr. GM. The catch here is, I don't really have a garrison hearthstone yet, because I didn't get to turn in my quest. And my hearthstone is set to Vale, to Pandaria. So there's only one thing to do. I said, okay, let's just take the normal route. So I flew, I went to the Blasted Lands, and from there it was on to the Dark Portal. I fixed my interface because apparently they reset everything. And yay, Draenor, here we go. Looks like I got teleported to Ashran. Which was nice, seeing how it was my first time there. But then there was a problem. You've got to be kidding me. So, since I know absolutely no flight paths in this new zone, and I need to get over here, well, what can I do? There was only one logical option. And this is going to take a long time now, so click the annotation if you want to just skip to the part where I reach land. The journey had begun. My problem was I went a bit too much to the left, so I got teleported back. And I had to start the journey all over again. And so I did. The journey continues. And it looks like there's some nice mushrooms on the ground. So there's not really much to tell here, except I was kind of happy that I get to film all this. Soon I would come to be annoyed. Because the thing is, I thought I could actually climb through here and just get on the ground, not... So my goal was to get somewhere on land so I can just run on my mount at least. But it looks like I couldn't do that here. So I just kept going around the continent. Good thing for levitate at least. So eventually I realized I might not really have a portion of land for me to climb. But there's gotta be one, I said there's gotta be one, at least in the last zone. So I tried here, I was pretty close, but nope. I was looking for some warlock to summon me, and then I asked a bit for help. But I kept going. I knew my home was waiting for me in my garrison and my epic quest. And I had a lot of friends that were already level 100 by now. So here I was, level 90, floating on water, going back to my garrison. Because thank you, Blizzard. And I kept going and kept going, and eventually I just decided to go in a straight line, not across the whole thing. Hopefully I won't die from fatigue. And land ho! Yay! I could actually see a ramp, a real ramp. I was saved. Problem is, this zone was a bit high level for me, but I managed to just slip through the mobs quite easily, for now, until I got to this guy, no, this guy, no, this guy. I saw a rare, and it was the first rare I see, so I thought, you know, this must be a really rare. So I couldn't miss the opportunity, so I stopped and killed it. Or, yeah, I did kill it eventually. Spoilers. Plus, I was getting really bored and pissed with all the running, so I had to do something. And then I looted him. I got a blue and some garrison resources. I had no idea what those were at that time. Then I fell in this cave. And then I kept on going. I kept on going, kept on running, and I was getting close. I was getting pretty close. And there we go, finally, my zone. Now my plan here was to get on a really high mountain and then just use my glider to go straight to my garrison. And so I climbed the mountain until I did this. Now in this moment I was a little bit annoyed and I was a little bit panicky. Because I didn't want a Hearthstone back to Vale and then back to Orgrimmar and then back to all this. Okay, I'm free. Yes! Woohoo! The journey continues. So I kept trying to get on the highest peak of that mountain. And I got here, but I made one fatal mistake. And my fatal mistake was this one right Well, yeah, rip. As you're about to see, I spent about 10 minutes in this place now. Spoilers. At some point I actually cut the video, but you'll see the timer on my clock there. It's about 10 minutes. So right now I'm actually pissed. I'm trying everything I can, and yeah, nothing's working. I don't know why I mean, I get these zones are not exactly meant to be explored, but if you make a place where you can't fly at all, then you should make sure that there's no places like this. But then again, it's totally my fault for falling here. And it's, well, not my fault, but it just happened that I don't have any Hearthstone or Garrison Hearthstone. So yeah, I was getting frustrated. I tried jumping with my mount, I tried jumping with everything, and I summoned my Blingtron friend. This is where I cut the video, and I went into a skeleton form. I tried to shrink myself, maybe I'd jump more or something, and I tried everything basically until freedom! Yeah! I was finally free, and this time I didn't fuck it up. I mean, I did a little bit because I fell there, but that's about it, I think. And then I went into this cave, which apparently was pointless. But in the end, I finally got to the right zone. And while I'm still running, note that it took me about 1 hour to get from Orgrimmar back to my garrison. Plus the 3.5 days I couldn't play at all, since I was getting DC'd non-stop. But after that, I actually got to level 100 in that day, and then I got like 7,000 broken bones from Ashran, and I'm almost fully geared. So I actually went into no life overdrive and made up for the lost time. And right here I fixed my interface a little bit, and as I'm about to enter my garrison, I take very small steps so I don't fuck it up again and fall through the ground. Well, that's about it for now. Thanks for watching, guys, and more PvP videos incoming really soon. See ya!